Hello, New Covenant Community Church. Today we're going to be in Hebrews 11, 1 through 3, and we're going to pick up where we left off last time, which is at the end of chapter 10. And what we've seen so far in chapters 1 through 10 is just this idea that Jesus is better, right? So Jesus is better than the old way of life, and especially the old covenant. The author of Hebrews is writing to that audience that is tempted to go back to their old way in Judaism. He's trying to push them forward, saying Jesus is better. He's trying to show that Jesus is better than all of those parts of the old covenant, the angels that delivered the covenant to Moses, the Moses himself, who was the one who gave them this covenant, who mediated the covenant in many ways, and then the priests, which we've seen really for the last several chapters, who were the ones who officiated at the altar of the covenant. Jesus' covenant is better because it's enacted on better promises, and his sacrifice is better because of who he is. And that's what we've seen. Jesus cleanses the worshiper from the inside. So now what he's going to do is he's going to say now, so he's going to transition, and he's going to talk about faith, the faith that we're pressing towards. And as he's talking about that faith that we're pressing towards, he's going to talk about how all of these Old Testament saints are looking forward to Jesus. And he's going to say that as we enter into chapter 12, where he says we have such a great cloud of witnesses. But here he's just going to introduce this faith that we share with those Old Testament saints. And those Old Testament saints were looking forward to Jesus. Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for. That's what faith is. It's an assurance of those things that they're longing for, the conviction, right? The internal strong feeling of things not seen. These Old Testament saints are looking forward to these things. They hadn't seen them; it wasn't yet theirs. For by it, what is it here? It is faith. For by faith, the people of old, those Old Testament saints, the people of old, received their commendation. God commended them for their faith. Salvation has always been by faith. Romans 4 talks about this, right, with Abraham. And there's a quotation from Genesis 15 where Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. So by faith, the people of old received their commendation. It's always been by faith. By faith, right, so this idea, by faith, all these ideas are coming together. We understand that the universe was created by the word of God. So God created all things. We believe that by faith, so that what is seen was not made out of things that are visible. Here we've got a doctrine called the doctrine of creation ex nihilo, which means out of nothing. So God created all things by his word from nothing. He is the only one who can create in such a way. But all of this is helping us to press towards this understanding of faith that we should have. And our faith is going to be in that long line of faith of those Old Testament saints who looked forward to the things that we have seen.